Chapter 1 opened in Neverwinter, where the party, already regarded as heroes, were tasked by Lord Daggelt Neverember to investigate the mysterious disappearances of several prominent citizens. Among those missing were Eldon Keyword, a scholar, Indrina Lamsensettle, a well-known actor, Sarcile Malinosh, a powerful sorcerer, and Umberto Noblin, a respected historian. The trail of clues pointed the party toward Neverdeath Graveyard, specifically the Hallex Mausoleum, whose crypts concealed unsettling secrets. Exploring the catacombs, the party discovered that a hidden cult of Vecna was behind the abductions. The cult was siphoning the victims' innermost secrets through a dark ritual, part of a greater design to empower Vecna's looming plans across the multiverse. The heroes interrupted the rite just as Eldon Keyword was about to be sacrificed, managing to disrupt the process before his secrets could be stripped away. However, the interruption unleashed a dangerous consequence. A sudden planar rift yanked the adventurers and Eldon out of Turil and cast them into Evernight, a bleak Shadowfell reflection of Neverwinter. In this grim counterpart city, the party received an unsettling vision of Vecna amassing secrets from countless worlds, weaving them into his schemes of destruction. The heroes emerged from the vision marked with Vecna's link, an intangible tether binding their fates to the Lich God. The chapter ended with the party stranded in the oppressive gloom of Evernight, their connection to Vecna a constant reminder that their struggles in Neverwinter had drawn them into a conflict of cosmic scale. Chapter 2 began when the party was unexpectedly pulled into a secret sanctum in Sigil, the City of Doors. There, they encountered 3 legendary spellcasters, Lady Illustrial Silverhand, Tasha, and Mordenkainen, who had just attempted a wish spell to disrupt Vecna's growing power. Instead of weakening him, the spell latched onto the adventurers' Vecna's link and dragged them into the sanctum. The trio were unsettled by this twist, but quickly adapted, realizing the party's involvement was now unavoidable. The Archmages revealed that Vecna's ultimate goal was to complete the ritual of remaking, gathering stolen secrets to fuel an explosion that would unravel the multiverse. Though drained from their effort, Mordenkainen proposed a desperate plan. Only the reassembled Rod of 7 Parts might weaken Vecna enough to stop him. He explained that each fragment of the shattered artifact lay hidden in different planes, with the first piece located in a covert Lothite base in the Underdark of Turil. The party stepped through the portal and descended into Web's Edge, a dangerous outpost of Loth's worshippers. They navigated web-filled caverns, confronted both drow operatives and strange allies of the Spider Queen. Pressing deeper into the complex, the adventurers reached the sacred Web Hall, where they faced off against Kur-Arak, a monstrous spider dragon, and Yulilith, a Yaklal devoted to Loth. After a harrowing battle, the party claimed the first piece of the rod, cocooned in webs. With their prize in hand, they returned through the portal to Sigil. Chapter 3 carried the party to the astral plane, where the second piece of the Rod of 7 Parts awaited. Guided by the resonance of the fragment they had already secured, and with the aid of the Wizards 3 in Sigil, the heroes learned that the next piece had once been aboard the spell-jamming vessel Lambient Zenith. The ship had crashed into the petrified body of Havoc, a dying god adrift in the astral sea. Traveling through a portal, the adventurers arrived amid the endless silver expanse of the astral sea, descending toward Havoc's immense corpse. Their arrival was perilous, as they were quickly set upon by predatory astral creatures before reaching the wreckage. Scattered across different sections of the shattered vessel, the survivors and remnants of the Lambient Zenith revealed hints of what had happened. The ship's leadership was fractured, strange influences haunted its decks, and rumors persisted about a terrible monster that had made its lair within the god's body. Though the ship's safe room had once held the rod fragment, the truth soon became clear. It had been devoured by a parasitic dragon-like aberration that had burrowed into Havoc's heart. Pressing into the putrid chambers of the dead god, the party confronted the Hurtalad, and, after a grueling battle, recovered the second piece of the Rod of 7 Parts from the creature's gullet. With the fragment secured, the magical disturbances surrounding the wreck subsided, allowing the party to return to Sigil. Chapter 4 carried the party to the world of Eberron, where the next fragment of the Rod of Seven Parts lay hidden. Guided by the resonance of the second piece, the adventurers arrived on the continent of Khorvaire and soon realized that the fragment's trail led deep into the Mournland, a scarred wasteland left in the wake of the Day of Mourning. The strange, lingering magic of this devastated region clouded their divination, forcing the party to seek additional aid before the rod could reveal its true destination. Their path brought them into contact with several rival factions, combing the Mournlands for relics. Warforged pilgrims haunted by old losses, Siren veterans searching for valuables, and ruthless scouts loyal to the Lord of Blades. Through negotiation and compromise, the adventurers acquired a working docent, an ancient construct control sphere that, when attuned to the second rod piece, amplified its guidance. This pointed the way toward the colossus known as Landro, an immense deactivated war machine partially buried in the mountains. The second half of the chapter centered on navigating Landro's cavernous interior. Within its ruined halls, the party encountered strange hazards of gray matter fluid, restless spirits from the Day of Mourning, and Warforged who had long been lost inside the construct. Pursued at intervals by agents of the Lord of Blades, the adventurers pressed on until they reached Landro's engine chamber, a vast, eerie brain of living gray matter that pulsed with strange awareness. To claim the rod piece lodged within, the heroes had to contend with the Colossus' defense systems and withstand the unraveling magic of its core. At the climax, retrieving the third fragment triggered Landro's collapse, forcing a desperate escape from the crumbling giant before it detonated. Though battered, the party emerged from the Mournland with the third piece secured, one step closer to assembling the rod. Chapter 5 brought the adventurers into Barovia, one of the Shadowfell's infamous domains of dread. The resonance of the rod guided them to the village of Barovia, where the next fragment awaited within a cursed residence known only as Death House. The Wizards 3 confirmed that the mansion had belonged to Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, who maintained a cult in service to Strahd von Zarovich, the vampire lord of the realm. The party's arrival was marked by unease. Villagers, stirred up by rumors spread by priests of Osibis, regarded the heroes with suspicion, while other figures, such as the Inquisitor Sarusanda Alistair, revealed that rival groups sought the rod piece as well. Death House itself was a shifting maze of haunted halls, traps, and lurking cultists. As the adventurers pressed deeper, they uncovered dark secrets about the Durst's devotion to Strahd and the twisted rituals carried out within its walls. The rod fragment was discovered deep beneath the mansion, lodged in the remains of a ritual sacrifice. Guarded by horrors bound to the cult's magic, the piece became the focal point of a brutal struggle, not only against the Durst followers, but also against the necromancers of Osibis. Yet, even after the adventurers secured the fragment, Strahd himself appeared, bending the mansion into a series of shifting haunted zones, phantasmal spaces of graveyards, banquet halls, and ghostly trials designed to break the party's resolve. The party was then saved by the Lord of Light, allowing them to teleport out of Barovia, a feat once believed impossible. Chapter 6 transported the party to the war-torn world of Krynn, where the fifth piece of the Rod of Seven Parts awaited. Their divination led them first to a massive Palon tree in the northern Dargard Mountains, but the fragment was no longer there. Within the tree's hollow, the heroes encountered corrupted guardians and a grief-stricken dryad, whose bond to the tree had been shattered when Lord Soth's soldiers tore the rod piece away. From a werewolf named Riffle, they learned that the artifact had been taken to a fortress known as the Three Moons Vault, where it was being used in a sinister lunar ritual. The party joined forces with the Blue Fire Wardens, a resistance band of werewolves opposing Lord Soth's forces. Along the way, they rescued captives and gained crucial intelligence from Argentia Skyrite and the imprisoned leader Valandar. The resistance explained that Terramini Night's Edge, an archmage serving Soth, was attempting to harness the power of the Three Moons to enshroud the vault in corrupting red moonlight. This magic not only warped lycanthropes, but also threatened to destabilize the region. Infiltrating the Three Moons Vault, the adventurers unraveled its defenses of enchanting mirrors and lunar crystals. With the help of an orrery that revealed the proper alignment of moonlight, they disrupted Termini's ritual before it could be completed. The confrontation culminated in the Moon Disk Chamber, where the Archmage wielded the fifth rod piece at the ritual's center. The battle turned in the party's favor when the lunar dragon Orynyx turned on Termini once her magic faltered. Seizing the opportunity, the heroes claimed the fifth fragment of the Rod of Seven Parts. With the piece secured, the vault's corrupt moonlight dispersed, and the adventurers returned to Sigil, their quest once more a step closer to its perilous conclusion.